Hey, good morning, it's Dr. James. I do hope and pray this message finds you and your loved ones peaceful, thriving, and well. So this morning's message, I've been thinking about long and hard before I push the go button, because I want it to come across to you and really hit you in your heart the way it did this morning for me when I was thinking about it. You know, I was thinking about what it is that many of us are feeling these days. We're feeling estranged from friends and family. We're feeling disconnected from community and common humanity. And many of us are just searching for a brand new place to begin, to look again, to find love, to find compassion, to find empathy, to find connection. And it's hard these days. It's hard. Many of us are really struggling. And it reminded me of a time when I was a little boy, and my family had some really challenging times when I was young. And I was thinking a lot about someone who was in my every afternoon, literally like clockwork. I could always count on him, and that was Mr. Rogers. And I'm sure if you're in your late 40s to early 60s-ish, you probably have an experience with Mr. Rogers similar to this, if you had any challenges growing up as a young person. You know, I remember a particular episode when Mr. Rogers was being asked by a little boy who was sharing with him that he was feeling lost at home. His parents were going through a hard time. He was scared. He was lonely. And it really connected to me that day because I was going through a very similar experience in my own life at that time. And then I thought this morning, you know what? I'm feeling some of that today too. I'm feeling disconnected from some people. I'm feeling lonely. I'm feeling more judgment than I want to. I'm feeling like, my goodness, how do we find our way back to feeling like it is a truly beautiful day back in the world neighborhood where common humanity is really something that people look for, respect, honor, want to have, and really do encourage. And I'll never forget how when Mr. Rogers was asked by this little boy, like, what do I do when I'm feeling so disconnected? When I'm feeling all this fear, when I'm feeling sad, what do I do? And Mr. Rogers said, you know what? It's a really good time to think about what God does all the time. He went on to say that God looks at all of his children, every single one of his children, and finds something to appreciate about them. And he pretty much does that every moment, all the time. And he said, because we're humans, because we're children of God, he said, that might be too hard. But what we can do, we can even for a moment with every human being, find something to appreciate. Just one little thing for one moment we can appreciate. He was reflecting back to that child and saying, look at your parents and find something that you can appreciate about them, to be grateful for about them, even for just one moment. And have that one moment impress itself upon you and feel good about that one moment and feel good about what you see. That is enough. That is a window into how God sees you all the time. I think that's really beautiful for today, for me personally, and I'm wondering if that's something you could go, you know what? There are certain people that right now, I would do better if I could find one thing to appreciate. I don't have to necessarily like them. I don't have to love them. I don't have to believe in them. But maybe I can just for one moment see them the way God sees all of us all the time. How the universe sees all of us all the time. And for one moment, we get a chance to appreciate. Kind of gives us an opportunity to step back, put soft eyes over our lens, which may be cloudy these days, and help us to have a little bit of peace, a little bit of recognition, a little bit of energy moving towards common humanity. We are in a really uniquely challenging time, but we're also in an incredibly beautiful time to step back and reacquaint ourselves with what God sees, what the universe wants for us. And maybe in that, we actually become a catalyst and we do the work. We do the work on the universe's behalf. I believe that's why we're all here. That's what we're all here to do. And it's not easy, but it's for us to do. So with that, thank you, Mr. Rogers. Here it is, 50 years later. I still remember things that you taught me when I was a little boy that I believe have helped me to be who I am today. And I'm looking at these lessons again today with fresh eyes. I see you. I love you. You have a beautiful day. Much love. Bye for now.